All right, Sugar Skull continued. We are good to go. We're going to work now on the mouth. So I'm going to pick up that same kind of big round brush. This is a number 3, by the way, if you know about brushes and numbers, that I've been working on. And I am going to look at my face chart, kind of check out where I want to go. My mouth kind of frowns in this. And it's going to come, I'm going to end up painting the inside of my lips black, but I'm actually going to start at the corners of my mouth because that's going to be more telling about where I want to go. So I'm going to kind of duck under, just almost meeting that contour line. One half of mouth. Ha ha ha. Other half of mouth. Ha ha ha. Okay. And I'm going to go straight for the teeth. I'm not going to be able to talk through this, so you just have to entertain yourselves. I'm going to go start in the middle and then kind of do the teeth out. And as I do that, the inside of my lips will just sort of get painted. You'll see. It's a good time to. Remember when I painted my nose and everything went wrong? There we go. There's my little nose spike. Okay. Oh, I forgot to do something. Glad we got here. We stopped. Okay. One of the things I did on my face chart was I kind of shaded around my lips, which is sort of a trans skull human thing that I did. And you want to do that before you start doing your teeth. So I'm going to come around here. Not very much paint. And into here. I'm going to kind of trace the outline of the top of my lip. It's going to look like I have a weird mustache on. Little tracing like that. And then I'm going to use, again, this brush that's just wet, to kind of blend that into some shading. And here I don't want a black line. I just want it to look like shading. And you can see, because the way this blends out, why you need to do this before you decided to do your teeth. And all the banging and drills Phil's putting new hardware on the doors because it's the apocalypse. The time for high security locks is now. By the way, all my fear mongering about the apocalypse, you guys are going to be fine. It's going to be fine. It's going to be different, but it's going to be okay. You see what I mean there? The inside of my mouth is all getting painted. I really hope that kept recording through that. My computer went to sleep while I was recording, and I've got 3 mirrors set up. I've got the screen camera and a mirror and another mirror, and you guys can. I look forward to your feedback on how this went for you. Just be gentle. I'm not a YouTube makeup artist yet. This really tickles. Try not to get any water you don't want to get on your face I should be counting the number of teeth I'm doing, but I'm not. I'm just trying to keep them even. I've obviously got one there that's got like a big cavity in it. Okay, now I'm actually going to do something with this brush that's similar to what I did with the flat brush. I'm going to clean it off. Dirty water. Get it some clean water. Get most of the water off. I'm just going to try to pull some of these teeth lines like out, so they fade out a little bit. We're going Mad Max. All right. So pretty happy with that. That's my face chart. That's my face. I'm happy with that. The next thing, now we get into some of the really finicky stuff. The next thing I'm going to do is the little lace edge around the eye. And as you look in my face chart, you will see, let's actually put it, okay, you'll see that actually each little floret is outlined in black as well. So that's going to take a long time. And I may actually just do one eye and then stop and do some of the other stuff, pause, and then come back and finish the video so you're not sitting here watching me do that for eternity. I'm going to continue on with this brush that I'm using. I'm checking the water that comes off of it to make sure it's clean, because this next color I'm picking up is this like light blue that's on here, and it's like not very dark, and I don't want it to be I don't want it to get contaminated. All right, so I'm gonna have to super focus during this. This is where the stuff gets hard. Also, where I encourage you not to try anything too tiny if you don't have a very steady hand. You see, one of the things you'll see is I'm being very careful, getting very close to the mirror, and I'm trying not to really go into the black. I really don't want to mess with that. When I did my face chart, I counted the number of like little scallops, and I probably not going to do that here. But I will try to make them all the same size-ish looking size so that they look symmetrical. This is probably one of the hardest parts of this makeup, is getting in here, and it's probably one of the places where students most often go. You can see I like kind of went outside the line there with where I wanted to go with the blue, and I'm just going to keep going. You have to just sort of decide if you're going to make it better or worse by trying to fix it. These parts here, right around the nose bridge, are probably the hardest of the hard parts because your face is super not flat there. Alright, now I'm going to go through and clean up anything I don't like. Maybe thicken up some lines. Or just call it and say, I like that. I'm happy with that. I'm actually pretty happy with that. That's pretty good. I don't want to do the flower petals until I finish this. So I'm actually, no, I'm going to go do the flower petals. I'm going to lay those out. I lied. The way I'm going to do the flower petals, so the flower petals are on my forehead and then on my chin. And I kept this design pretty monochromatic because I thought that'd be cool. I thought that'd be easier to show you. So with the petals, what I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to lay down some lines about where I think the petals sort of are. Like the lines that they follow. This one kind of goes like that. And then like that. And then one goes off here. So I'm not trying to block them in. This is actually where I think sort of the center of the petal is. And that's going to allow me to, one, have something to kind of work with. I haven't committed to something I can't finish. And then try to get this symmetrical on both sides. Bring this one out a little bit. Have that nice flirty leaf. Alright, and I think that leaf, and you may find at this part of your face chart as well that you need to deviate a little bit from your plan. Because one of the things you'll find that people often find in this is that their face is just not as big as they think it is. There's just not room for all your cool ideas on one face. And that is okay. Alright, you see me here, I'm blocking in the blocking in my leaves. This one here is like a big round one. And I'm going to come in and I'm going to add some purple shading to this. But not right this minute. And it's really useful that I pasted up those colors. The reason I'm not doing that shading right now is I actually want this to dry. Before I do that. And I'm going to outline these leaves in black too, so that can help clean up the lines if they're not exactly where I think they should be. A lot of the sugar skulls have something like spider webs or something through here, and I decided that I was going to do flowers because it's spring and it's beautiful outside, and there are many wonderful things in this world, and flowers are one of them. Okay. Now I think what's on my forehead is dry enough, so I'm gonna still using this round brush. As an artist, I like to have like 100 brushes, and then I'll use 3 of them, because can't be asked to pick up a new brush. So I'm gonna take some of the purple that's on my palette, paste that up in here. I actually want this to be really thin because I actually want, not really thin, but a little thin because I want this to paste up with the color that's underneath it. And I'm going to use this to define some little streaky flowers. Honey, you can just come in. Phil's guest starring in this video. Okay. And this is a little tricky to do because I haven't outlined the leaves. I want to save that for the petals. I want to save that for last, and I don't exactly know where they are. But I'm kind of, I guess that's probably the outline. That's a little more purple than I wanted. And I guess right there. And I'm going to guess right there. And I'm just laying the purple in right now. I'm probably going to do that trick where I clean off the brush and move some paint around. I'm actually going to try to move the blue back into it here. So you can do that. You can kind of move the paint around by which direction you're dragging the brush. So if I drag from the purple out, the purple will take up more space, and if I drag from the blue back, I'll pull the blue back in. And this is just a wet brush with no real product to speak of on it. And all this is going to clear up when I outline it. It's going to be real clear. All right, I'm going to pause, and I'm going to do the other line, and I'll come back and I'll show you some of the line work, and then we will be done with sugar skulls.